Hi guys, it's Miss Teck here. I want to take a few minutes just to kind of go over and review additive angles with you. I know you have already started talking about it, but since it's a new week, I wanted to go ahead and review before I let you guys loose on the project that you're going to be doing today. Hopefully it'll be fun. But anyway, and guys, we started this before we got out with calendar. We looked at how when we put two angles together, it's just like an addition problem or a missing number problem. So if we know this whole angle is 90 degrees, we know that part of it is 60. We know that we subtract it, the part that's left over would be 30 degrees, right? Now here, if our whole angle, this arc right here shows us that the whole angle is 180 degrees, which we know is half a circle. Okay, if we take away the part we know, this obtuse angle, this 140, it leaves us with 40, which would be an answer that makes sense since this is a smaller part of the angle, right? Now, let's look at if we have the whole circle. Oh, I don't want you to listen to that. The whole circle we know is 360 degrees. So if we already know this part of the circle, we can take the whole 360 degrees minus 300, and that would tell us that D is equal to 60 degrees, which again makes sense. It's an acute angle. Let's go back here. Oh, Ms. Tech went too far. Okay, so this says, let me move my face here. It says to use the numbers or drag the numbers correct place. So that means we know that this whole thing is 90. So we have to do 90, take away the part that we know, which is 30, which means 90 minus 30, we know this would be 60. I know that's what you said, even though I can't hear you. So we know that that angle would be 60. Now let's look here. We know the whole thing is 180. So with subtraction, remember we start with our in all. We take away this part we know, the 65 degrees, okay? And we can do mental math with that. We know 180 minus 60 would be 120. And we take away 5 more, we would end up with 115, okay? Now let's look at, we've done one like that before. Okay, so let's look here. If we know the whole thing is 180, we know this part is 50, so we know we have to do 180 minus 50, which would give us 130 degrees, which would make sense because that's an obtuse angle. That's a pretty big angle, okay? Now let's look here. Again, we know the whole thing is 90 degrees. We know this part is 35 degrees. Okay, so we know what we're left with is an acute angle. It's going to be a smaller number, so we're going to subtract. And again, I do your 90, take away your 30, which would get us to 60, and we take away 5 more, that would get us to 55. But if you have to write that out, that's fine as well. So it would be 55 degrees. Okay, here's another example. We have 90 degrees in all. We know part is 50, so the other angle would be 40 degrees. You're absolutely right. I know that's what you said. Okay. Now, today, you guys are going to be working on an additive angles tile activity. It will be in your Schoology. Hopefully it's fun, a little different than some things that we've done before. I know you're going to work really hard on it. I know you're going to do your best because, our goal right now is to get us ready for 5th grade. That's what we want, us to be awesome 5th graders next year. So if you have any questions, I'm just a message or a text away or a Zoom away. So have a wonderful day, guys, and work hard.